All right, cool. I think now we are officially ready for our Q&A. Thanks so much. I sent out an email recently and I got a lot of great feedback, some great suggestions about a survey that I sent out and an update that I gave you, basically asking what you want to hear. So what is the most interesting topic that you have here about video marketing? Is it ranking in 2018? Is it affiliate marketing with videos, local marketing, content creation? And I got a lot of great responses, a whole lot of great responses. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all the love that was sent out. People saying, congrats, you survived the 2 kids. Yeah, it's been a big challenge, a big adaptation, but hey, I'm here and things are getting a lot better. We got some teeth coming in, so that's been a big improvement, definitely helping out the sleep pattern. So anyway, I'm gonna go through this. We're gonna start out at the beginning. I wanted to update you a little bit about what's been going on. The survey's been really great, great feedback. Some people had like a lot of specific questions. So if your question's about like a niche or something, I'm obviously not gonna reveal your niche here when we're doing this for everybody. But I did respond to everybody. I responded to every single email that I got and let you know what was going on. Now, if I didn't go through your question on the email, then I'm going to be doing it here or answering it in other ways. If you just want to hear about affiliate marketing, obviously this video is going to be covering that since that's one of the hottest topics that we got feedback from. And if you had other questions about other topics, I might have gotten more involved with that in my response back to you. And so the winners are affiliate marketing, ranking in 2018, and local marketing. Those are the ones that got the most interest from the email that I sent out. And so we're gonna cover those. And there's gonna be more details about those topics. Some people ask like questions about affiliate marketing, launch jacking, more details about that process. So we're gonna get more involved with that. I'll cover launch jacking in a little bit. And ranking in 2018, there's a lot to be discussed there. I've got actually 3 documents up here on my other screen, and then I've got a page of notes. I've been going through this for the last couple days. Yeah, I got a lot of content to cover. It's gonna be really exciting. There's gonna be some local marketing info at the end as well. And we've got some other topics too. Video content creation, that was one thing that people were really interested in. So I got a lot of good feedback on that, and I'm gonna be sharing that with the strategies for affiliate marketing and ranking. It all kind of goes together when it comes to ranking and content creation, and I'll get more into that later. We're gonna talk about outsourcing, because yes, I have a full-time VA now. It's been a big help. This isn't the first VA that I've hired. I've actually hired quite a few in the past. Lately though, I really wanted to get someone full-time, and I had actually 2 that I hired, and they didn't quite work out. But finally got one guy that's, he's amazing. He's been with me for a couple months now, and he's been doing just about everything. I'm not completely away from video marketing. I'm doing that a lot, but he handles about like 80% and progressing more and more. So it's been really great. There's going to be other topics like additional and miscellaneous topics at the end for some more specific questions that we had. Again, check your inbox for more answers to your questions if they're not covered here. I did respond to every single email reply, and if you don't see your answers here in this video, then they may be in your inbox in my response back to you. Now, the first topic we're going to discuss is affiliate marketing. And the big thing here is to be promoting your channel rather than your affiliate link. So back in the day, I mean, I still see this happen now. It's kind of funny, but people will target just one offer in their channel, and the channel name will be like that offer, you know, and it's someone else's product. It's like something from ClickBank, something from Market Health, or CPA offer or something. And it's like that product. So I don't suggest doing that. I don't think that's a good idea for now, especially. And also, you know, for the future to come too, like they're going to crack down more on that, and that just looks spammy. I think you're going to be quick to get your account flagged if you have that. And for your own benefit too here, this is like the best thing you can do is to not think so isolated on one offer, even if it's a really hot offer and the rep says it has a high EPC or something like that. Don't get too caught up in that offer. Instead, build out your channel. And what I mean by that is a channel brand. right? So like, let's say, for instance, you have a passion. If you have a passion in something, that's awesome. So if you have a passion for dogs, you could do like dog training in your channel. Now, you could also do something else. You could do more of a niche channel. You could do like dog potty training channel, okay? Now, in here, in the dog training channel, obviously you are broad. So your keywords are gonna be all over the place. You can cover just about any topic when it comes to dog training. Also, your audience will be really broad too. So there's an advantage and there's kind of a disadvantage there too. So if you build out a channel and you have a lot of subscribers and a lot of people interested in dog training, not everybody is going to have a problem with dog potty training. So if you promote a product and have a new video that comes out and you're promoting something for dog potty training, you're not going to get that great of conversions for this kind of a channel as you would for this channel. Okay, so this one's going to be more niche, and when you're targeting something like this, you can go after more of those low-hanging fruit keywords that are easier to rank for, have less competition, yet have a very targeted audience. So that audience is going to be more inclined to watch your videos, maybe even subscribe, and also go on to click your links and buy the products that you suggest. Now, the reason I was talking before about product name keywords, the reason why I like these types of channels now is because you can have multiple products in these channels. You can have an ebook about dog training. You can have a digital product like that. You can have physical products that help to train a dog. Also accessories and coats and leashes and bowls, all those kinds of things. With dog potty training, the same sort of thing. You could have digital products there that you can promote as an affiliate. You can have physical products. You can have things that you may need to help to train that dog. I mean, those pads, put those, what is it called? Like piddle pads or something. People might want to buy those to get their dog's conditioned to not have that, but that's still kind of a process that they're going through, is the potty training behavior that they're trying to break. So you might need something like that. You might need enzymes, because I know that definitely helps with your carpets and your flooring. If dogs go potty on there and they have problems, well, you got to do that. And then on those physical products that you promote like that, you can also have your digital product, various digital products too, like ClickBank products. But think about it this way. This is the biggest point I want to stress, is that when you're building out a channel like this, you can do those affiliate products, but then you go on and you progress to your own product. All right, so this could be your own digital course, like video training, an ebook, something like that. It could be your own e-com style product, like your own physical product. You can build out a little Shopify store. Now this is like, it may be intimidating, but obviously you don't need to do this right now. You don't even really need to think about this right now. It's good to have that passion in what you're doing though. And when you're creating your channel, you should have some passion in it so you can think bigger in it later. But the idea here is to grow that channel and to monetize that channel with many different options with affiliate products, but then broaden your horizons and do your own product. Have your own digital products or physical products. It can be simple. You don't have to get all caught up on the details right now, but when your channel has expanded and you have a nice subscriber base, then you can very easily release your own products. There are people that do that all the time on YouTube. That's a really big deal now, is to be an affiliate marketer. And then after you grow an audience size from that affiliate niche that you're involved with, then you have your own stuff. And since you have a lot of audience members and people that love and respond well to you and your messaging, then they'll definitely be inclined to buy. And you can still do affiliate products too. There's nothing wrong with that. It's great, but you can also think about having your own. And so that's a big thing to think about later on. And so that's a lot of the affiliate marketing side I want to discuss. Another topic I want to discuss here is launch jacking. Launch jacking, it used to be really great. It still can make people money, that's for sure, but it's not as popular and not as hot as it used to be in the past, where people could make tens of thousands of dollars from a product launch. I'm not saying that it can't happen. I don't know. I don't really get involved with that. but I definitely know that it's the buzz and the hype and the potential there is not quite as what it used to be in the past. So obviously there's a lot of buzz when a product gets released, but that buzz is going to fade away over time. And you may not have the best ability to outrank that competition. There could be a lot of other people that have authority channels in that space and also have a lot of networks, backlinking networks, things like that, that they're just prepared to do this, to get their video up there and unleash some backlinks to rank for that week and then move on to the next thing. You can still do launch tracking and make some money, but I wouldn't consider it a sustainable business. It's not something that you can continue doing and have running on the side while you're doing more projects. Oftentimes if you do really well with it and get your video ranked, it will, the traffic will trickle down. You won't make as many sales after the product has been launched, especially like in the internet marketing space. The buzz is kind of over after the end of the sales contest, and people are moved on and they don't really care as much in that product. Now, this is why it's important to focus on sustainable products. Always back to the other topic about building your channel. It's good to have something that is more sustainable so that you can get it ranked and you can get it stuck there on the first page of Google or maybe high in YouTube. Now, it doesn't need to be #1 to get traffic. You can get a lot of traffic from being a suggested video. But a point here is just to make sure that your product or keywords that you're going for is something that's going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be here for the long run. It's not going to go away, and it won't be just a dying trend and be completely gone next week. So when you're looking for keywords, just make sure it's something people will continue to be interested in. And if you're going after an affiliate product, make sure it has a track record of being around and looks like it probably won't be going away in the near future. Okay, now we're moving on to ranking in 2018. This is a fun topic. This is completely different. It changes all the time. It's completely different than what it used to be like when I started back in 2012. I put up some videos in 2011, but I got really serious back in 2012 because I lost a lot of the rankings from my websites. So I needed to move on to video marketing and ranking videos. Now, back in 2012, things were different in which you could have a lot of links. You could blast 2,000 links with social bookmarks or whatever it may be. And quantity was actually pretty good. Now, as you've probably heard over the last few years, quality is actually greater than quantity. So quality is greater than quantity. Well, that's kind of an old cliche now. Like, that's something that gets repeated a lot. And that's true. Quality is good. But there's actually something much better than quality of backlinks. Because I'll give you a little story here. I've done videos in the past that are decent videos. Like, this is before I got like really involved with scripts and stuff. So decent videos up there in Google. And then I'd continue to send links and I'd continue to send links. And I'd do quality links. I'd spend $100 on nice private blog network links. And the video would jump up for, a few days or something. But then after a little while, it would come back down. And the reason why that happened is because of the view duration. And I would say that view duration is better than quality links. Okay, so this is something that you need to focus on at the very beginning, is having an engaging video. So an engaging video is going to be the best way to rank, by having good viewer engagement. If the viewers stick on your video and they're watching your video more than they're watching other videos, then your video is going to rank above those other videos. Same with websites too. If the website is only getting viewers to stick about a minute on that site, and your video can get a viewer on there and engaging with YouTube for over a minute, say 2 minutes, yeah, it'll rank better than that site. Now, backlinks do play a role. I am still backlinking videos. I think that's very important, highly valuable. But my point here is that when you have a video that's not very engaging and you have a lot of quality backlinks, those backlinks will help rank that video. But your video is not going to outrank other web properties that are ranked higher and have more of a quality site and longer engagement. So what I do, I'll take a 2-minute video that gets 50% retention. That video, it's got a great retention rate, right? So everybody talks about high retention views. Like that is a good thing. But what's better is actually video duration. So you have 2 minutes at 50% retention. So versus let's say you have a 20-minute video and it's got 10% retention. That 20-minute video is going to do better because your 2-minute video at 50% retention gets 1 minute of view time, right? And your 20-minute video at 10% retention gets 2 minutes of view time. So even though this doesn't have the high retention, it still gets better view time. I know this is getting pretty deep here, but this is important. And I'm not saying that you got to create 20-minute long videos. No, not at all. But let's say you have, you're going after a product name keyword, and it's for like something review. You know, it's Garcinia Cambogia review or something like that. And your competition is doing 2-minute long videos, and they're ranked high in YouTube. But you come along and do a 4-minute video, then you're gonna have a competitive advantage over them. I would definitely recommend doing longer videos. Not because you're guaranteed anything, but the chances are that you will have more of an engagement rate, and you're gonna have people that stay on that video longer than your competition will. So that's a big thing that's happening. It's more valued right now in 2018 to have a longer video with more engagement. So that brings us to our next topic, which is content creation, because this is all related here. And content creation, we'll want to do an engaging video to rank higher in the SERPs. And so in order to do that, you know, focus on your script. I've done what's called a 6-figure script in my members area. And this focuses on an outline of who, what, why, benefits, and close. And what this is who you are, what you're doing, why you're doing it, like why should people care as well, the benefits of that, you know, such as, and features like, you know, what's good about your thing, your product, your review, whatever you may be doing, why it's important, and then a close, a call to action, you know, something that gets people to go on to click that link, to go on to your website as well. It's also good to have you know, your URL in there. And another thing with YouTube videos, I'd want to make sure that you have your keyword at the very beginning, because people really don't care when those first few seconds of that video. That's important, that's critical to capture them, to capture their attention, everything, to engage them for your video. So who you are, hi, I'm Paul. They don't care. Nobody cares when new people are seeing you. They want to know what your title is about. They want to hear that again. That's what engages them, is to know, why did I just click this video? Oh yeah, that's right. Tell them what it is. And not only is that good to engage them, to say, in this video we're going to review this product, or in this video I'm going to teach you 10 ways to do this. That will engage them, and it'll be great for your optimization as well. So saying your keyword at the very beginning of your video is good, along with throughout the video to mention that keyword or keywords that you're using would be good there as well. So yeah, so have your title or keywords at the beginning, and then going along who, what, why, features and benefits, and call to action. Also, saying something negative is good. So, you know, make it sound unbiased to an extent. Like, obviously you have your affiliate link, you're an affiliate for that if you're promoting it as an affiliate. But, you know, as a friend telling you about a movie or about a restaurant or something they suggest, it's like not always like, yeah, this is so great, go check it out, it's amazing. No, that might not, you know, really excite you if they're just like hyping it. You also want to say any slight negative features about it. Yeah, anything like, okay, it's great. You come out saying like, you know, I did like it, but I did want to mention a few other things you should know before buying it. Because, you know, that's kind of how things are. It's like, yeah, something's really good, but there's other things to it that may not be great or may be worth noting. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a turnoff completely or it's going to stop everybody from buying it. But that's going to be good. It's going to be good for your engagement rate, and it'll make your review seem a lot more believable and get people to click and go on to that offer. So if you haven't seen this, I could like link this up or something if you're interested in getting more information. I could put a link to this in the description somewhere if you're interested in seeing the script, but going with a script, some kind of a script like that flows well and captures those features of it. And now we're on to local marketing. We had a few questions. I'm gonna go back to my notes here and see if there's anything specific that comes out. One thing that's good to do that people have had questions about is with call tracking, using a service like Twilio for call tracking. They're really good. They're kind of tricky to set up at first, but it's gonna capture that phone number that who calls, so you can tell the client, you know, this is the list of numbers that called in. This is as long as it lasted as well. I can tell them who they are with their number, and then the duration of the call. It can also include apps that you can use for scripts, like it'll transcribe the conversation. Like there's a bunch of apps that you can add for that when you have your Twilio number. It's only $1, it's kind of nice, per number, and then I think it's like 10 cents per minute or something like that. But yeah, it's a little tricky to set up, but it's good to, when you're doing local marketing, if you're going to do like pay per call kinds of things, to do something like that so that the client knows that it's coming from you. The rank and rent thing, that can be kind of tricky. It's hard to really show the value, but when you have those phone calls, so you can be like, okay, these are the exact clients that called in and this is when they called in, then it'll make a lot more sense and the client will want to continue those services with you. Another question we had was dollar amounts per lead. So Google AdWords is good to let you know cost per click for that niche. You can look up the city, you can look up the state too. So you want to type in your city in the Google AdWords planner. There we go. And then look at dollar per click cost. And so with that, let's say it's $30 for your niche. Then you could charge $30 per lead, and that would be a steal. Or you could do like 5 times that. That might be kind of high. If you're wanting to go that way, that's up to you. But on average, it's estimated that with Google pay per click gets about 5 clicks for that customer who advertises on Google PPC to get a call. So they're paying $30 per click. They may be paying $150 per call. So that's one thing you could think about for targeting clients. So I'm just going to write down, it could be about $150 per call if it were 5 clicks per call. And that was just kind of an estimated average that people are used to paying when they do pay-per-click advertising. Now that's also another great way to prospect to get new clients, is to look at who's advertising, who's doing this. And the people that are paying $30 per click, yeah, they'd probably be really excited if you called them and said, yeah, I see that you're advertising in Google Ads for your local business, and you may not want to like mention how much it is, but you could say you have a service that could be providing leads and making the phones ring for them, and charging a lot less than they're paying with their pay-per-call campaigns. And so by doing that, then they could be more apt to buy because they already kind of understand the value of internet marketing, and they're trying to advertise for themselves with Google. And so you could be doing that, and you could rank videos for them, and doing call tracking with Twilio to show that these are the leads that we provided. That's how much you owe. There's other things you can do as well. Now they have what's called phone call ads for mobile. That is really hot. And so you can set up that client's number, which can be completely tracked through Google. And for every time someone clicks on that, it'll pop up on their phone to call that customer. So it's usually a lot less expensive than doing Google AdWords, because they click, it's called a click to call ad, and they click on that ad and they call in. So I know that's aside from video marketing, but that's just something that's, it's been out there for a few years, but people aren't doing it very often. And so there's a lot of potential there. So now I want to move on to the next topic, which is outsourcing. And one of the things people were asking was about SEO and getting a team. And for me, what I'd like to do right now is I like to just go through my list and just basically check off what needs to be done. Boom, 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 boom. I have a list of service providers where I've been using many of these people for many years. And it does get changed, it gets revised, and people get removed, people get added frequently. But I like to just go on and delegate a lot of that to SEO gigs. Like there's places like Fiverr, there's SEO clerks, there's Conquer, and most of them, I mean, you got to be selective, and you got to know what you're doing basically, and just try them out several times before like putting them into your routine of service providers to use. But yeah, there's places like that that can be really good, and just go on and find some good services if you're looking for things like getting backlinks, getting your videos submitted to submission directories, getting social bookmarks, getting PBN gigs, even other factors like engagement. If you're looking to rank in YouTube and you're wanting to like boost up that engagement because let's say you need more likes or you need more comments, I'm not saying that it's a great thing to do. I certainly don't do it on some channels, but in other channels that I'm trying to test out different strategies, or I know it's a really affiliate marketing space, so there's going to be a lot of people doing that anyway. Then I will use certain people that I've been using in the past for things like high retention views or commenting, because you know a lot of this stuff it does seem a bit spammy, but it can be done in a very natural way, and you can actually get people to do that, and you can find some really quality service providers that'll go in there with multiple different accounts and engage with your video to help it rank. So when it comes to SEO, I like to do that. Now with video creation, with video editing, I'll do VAs. So what I do is comes to like creating content, editing videos, thumbnails. Now it's kind of getting more into SEO for the sake of optimizing. I'll do a pre-upload and post-upload optimizing. So that means once the video has been exported, the file name of the video will be optimized, and then the video itself gets uploaded to Google, and then it'll get optimized for the title, description, tags, and any other things I want to do. If I want to add in screens or cards, that can get done really easily with YouTube Manager. In YouTube settings, you can add a manager, and that manager can come in and can take control of the account. So obviously you don't want to do this if this is like your first time working with somebody and you don't really know them or trust them. You don't want to give them full access to an aged account that that you really depend on, that's already a built-out account that you really like. I would do this if you have a newer account, and if you're working with someone who's fairly newer, then definitely see how it works for them, see how well they do with it. And then as your trust builds more and more and your projects grow with them, then you can maybe give them more projects and maybe give them more access to other accounts if you want those to be worked on as well. Another thing that I like to do too with SEO gigs, it's always using the same exact script. Script meaning like set of URLs, keywords, all that. Same with VAs, it's kind of like a script basis. It's like I want to ask very similar questions and get certain responses, and if those responses match up and if they're good, then I'll continue on for other things. If they don't really line up to my expectations, then I'm quick to move on. And I like to do these SEO gigs very systematically as well. As I've said before, it's not always about the quality of the gig, because the gig could be really good quality, but if you're not doing it right, then you can have major problems. For instance, over optimizing, having too many keywords in there, having too much keyword density, you can have penalties now, and you can have a lot of problems by simply giving them the wrong keywords. So moving on from that, it's important to know what you're doing. And once you have something good, let's say you've got a new video, and right after your video is uploaded, you know that you want to go on to do a video submission gig and get it syndicated to other video submission properties or Web 2.0 properties or something. And you already have a set of keywords that you want to give them, and you already know that you want like 3 product name keywords or 3 main keywords in there, plus you want to stuff it with like 6 or 8 very natural looking keywords like click here for more information, watch video here. That's kind of what I do. That's an example of what I do, is to have a lot of those natural keywords mixed in and already have it processed down. So I know that the next video that I upload, as soon as it gets uploaded, I'll have a couple gigs to order and a process for submitting those new videos to those gigs. So I don't have to really think about it a whole lot. I don't have to get creative and have to question what I'm doing. And later on, I'll probably have this outsourced through VAs to do those other gigs on places like Fiverr. I think Fiverr has like a management section so that you can have a manager in there working in your account if you want. Just a little side note there. And my goal is to get my VAs to do just about all this process. Okay, so is there anything else? I'm gonna go through here. All right, some additional and miscellaneous topics. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I've got some, I'm not gonna read through them, but I have some responses that I saved. Some of them that were longer than others. A lot of different questions, very specific about things. I'm not gonna get into like the nitty-gritty details. I'm gonna respond to those people individually, but also if there's other things I wanna pull out and share with everyone else, I think that could be good as well. So one thing I do paid ads at times. I've had a few questions about paid ads, and it's definitely something that I will explore. I don't do this to all of my videos or all of my campaigns, but at times it's worked out really well. I will test it. I'll test it at about like $5 a day to do like a YouTube ad or maybe even Google AdWords ad with those videos. I'll just repurpose that video on a new web page, a new property, and I'll make it compliant for that the advertiser, whether it be Google or Bing or YouTube Ads Network, which is Google AdWords. I'll just make sure that whatever campaign I'm doing is going to be okay. There's a lot of details to look into there, just to make sure that you're saying the right things, have the privacy policies and legal pages up there, things like that. But yeah, I'll go on. Like if I have a really hot video that gets good conversions, then I'll test it out on other ad networks. I'll see how it's doing there. I'll test out at like $5 a day and then see how it's doing. And if it hasn't made a profit after 3 days to a week or so, then I'll just, I'll move on. I just won't, I'll either change something up or I'll just not run that ad. I'll do products that pay out like $30 at least and, or goes up to like a couple $100, like $200 to $300. Because that way you can have better chances of getting a positive ROI on your campaigns. I definitely look for something like that, and I'll let it run. Like if I have an ad that is new, and I know my payout's going to range from $30 to $200, I'll let that ad run for like a few days up until it gets to like a $30, maybe even $60 ad spend. And if there's no sales from that, then I'll either pause it and cancel it, or I'll change it up. I'll mix up whatever I need to, whether it be the copy of the ad if it needs to have more clicks, or the page of the ad. If it's on a website, then I'll change something on there. If it's a video ad, then I may need to revise that video. I may need to change part of that to make it seem more engaging, or to make it get more clicks onto that video to go off and to actually go onto my sales page. So that's some information with paid ads. So I also wanted to go over this topic on list building. It was part of a really long question. The subscriber who wrote this question definitely had a lot of interest in this space, and I was really passionate about it, put a lot of time in this email. So I wanted to give it some more attention there. And part of the question was about list building and what to do to build a list. And the thing I would suggest is give away an ebook or training for an opt-in. Okay, so if somebody opts in to your list, then you give them something for free. That's basically how it works. And make sure it's something that is interesting to that person, that's related to that video, or whatever you use to promote to build that list. So if your video is about how to train dogs, then your list could be about how to train dogs. Now, to get a better click-through rate, better engagement rate, and conversions from that opt-in and that video, for that matter, make it more niche. So if it's, again, if we're going to use dog training, then if it's about potty training your dog, and your video is specific to potty training your dog, or even better, potty training your puppy, then your opt-in will say something about potty training your puppy, and get the 7 tips that I learned to miraculously train my puppy. You know, that's a niche. It's potty training, and it's for a puppy. It could be a potty training book for an older dog too, or an adult, an adult dog. You could say something like that. That would be very niche. And if that is your keyword, and that's what your title of your video is, and the topic of your video is, then you mention that you have a course or an ebook, a digital training about overcoming their problem, then you're going to get a lot better click-through rate to go on to that opt-in, and for that person to go on to subscribe to be a part of your list and get that free training. In the training, you can still have things to monetize that process. You could still have a great free offer that helps to address their issue, but at the end of that, you could mention something else, like a paid product, a product or service that you're an affiliate for. And that way you can be not only just building a list, but also making income as well from your list building efforts. And there's many ways too to create free products or something to give away in exchange for that email. It doesn't have to be a whole product. It could just be a very, very simple solution. Oftentimes that works way better to have a quick solution than a big 90-page course. Like, people don't want that necessarily. They want their problem fixed. So fix their problem. If it's a 2-page report, then they love that. But just give something away. You can look at free reports that you can buy, PLR content. Oftentimes that can get into the space of just like a lot of information that people don't really care about. But you know, if you have something, you might actually have that solution for yourself. If you're interested in that category and you want to build out a YouTube channel in that space, then if you don't already have that information, you can go find it. You can just go and buy a book on Amazon. Maybe that book has a little chapter that has a great solution to a problem that you can repackage, rewrite, and make a little bit of an ebook on. Don't plagiarize or anything like that, but you can just reword it in your own ways and make it different, and you can have your own creativity to it, but have a nice solution that gets people engaged and want to opt into your list, and a good solution for their problems. So that's one way to build a list. That's a really classic example. People use that all the time. It's worked really well for me too. And I'll take that, if that works really well, the opt-in page, then at times I've made little ads on that, and that's also another way to scale it, to get more people to opt in to your list by doing things like Facebook ads with it. And I'm also going over some more questions here. Let's see, I think I got a couple other ones I wanted to touch on more. One guy was asking about Maps SEO, and Google Maps SEO, or ranking in that 3-pack, that can be really great if you're already doing work for that client. There are ways you can kind of create your own page too, but if you're already doing work on that for that client, you can do things like optimizing images and getting more images in there and making them more optimized for that city to get their maps listing ranked. Now, the value of that is, I believe, very similar to the value of any kind of lead. You can get more information about your lead value through not only just Google AdWords, but also places like Home Advisor. I know here in the US, it's a big thing, just to see how much they're charging per lead. Like if it's sometimes like the range of $30 to $50 is pretty common for certain spaces. If they're doing that, then you could roughly give your clients that estimate too. Like, yeah, we'll get you ranked, and it'll be about the same. Or you can be more competitive. You can charge a little bit less than other people. But when you do something like rank in the 3-pack, or rank a video high in Google and YouTube and get the phones ringing for them, then you can use that same sort of model to charge on a per lead basis. A similar model like Home Advisor and other big companies are doing, or using what Google AdWords suggests, and being more competitive. And if you're priced even lower than something like Home Advisor, then it'll be a lot easier to sell that service as well. So one last question that I got was, if no videos come up for any company and they don't appear within the first 15 pages of Google search for keywords with 200 or more searches, does that mean that Google considers these keywords to be of no value? And same video will appear on the first page of Google Views and the first page of YouTube. So to me, this question appears to be about Google search. And if nobody is ranked in Google search, is it still possible to do this? They're saying that the video is in, I believe they say the Google Views. I think they're meaning the Google Videos tab in Google, and then it's also in YouTube that there's videos showing up for those keywords, but there's no videos that show up on the first 15 pages of Google. Now, I think it's still possible. I don't know this specific scenario. I don't know the keywords, but yes, it's still possible to show up in Google if you don't see any videos that show up in Google. It's really just a matter of your competition. Can you outrank those websites? And this kind of goes back to those ranking factors, how to rank videos in 2018 that we talked about before. And that is, it's a matter of engagement. It's a matter of view duration. How long are they going to stay on their video compared to how long they're going to stay on those websites that you're competing against? And another big thing that this person hasn't mentioned, or I don't know if they've researched or not, is the optimization and how good those videos are optimized for that keyword. The videos that are in the Google Videos tab and the videos that are in YouTube, are they fully optimized for the keywords? And it sounded like these keywords only got about 200 searches, so maybe there's not a whole lot of competition in that space for those specific keywords, and those ones are not optimized in the title, tags, and description of those videos. So really just a matter of the competition. The web pages may be fully optimized for those keywords. Maybe it's just a matter of you testing out a few videos and seeing if you can get those in there. And so yeah, I definitely test things out like that. I try to make it really simple with software and other methods to get a video up that's unique and optimize and see what happens. What's the stick rate? Does it get up on the first page, or does it go to the third page? And if so, is it possible to rank it? So I definitely test that out and see for yourself how that works. And so that pretty much sums up the Q&A session. It's been a long one. Thanks for all the great responses and love. Let me know what you think of this video and what topics you want covered here in the comment section below. And give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified of the new videos to come. I'll be doing more training like this, as well as more strategies on video marketing and how to rank in 2018. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully you got a lot of value out of this training, and I'll talk to you soon.